Section 1. Florentine Beginnings. The Early Life of Sandro Botticelli. Sandro Botticelli, born Alessandro di Mariano di Vanni Filippetti in Florence, Italy, around 1445, was destined to become one of the most influential artists of his time. His birthplace, Florence, was not just any city. It was the epicenter of the Renaissance, a period of immense cultural and artistic flourishing. The city's vibrant atmosphere, filled with the works of great masters and the patronage of powerful families like the Medici, provided a fertile ground for Botticelli's talents to blossom. Botticelli remains one of the most celebrated artists of the early Renaissance. His works, characterized by their delicate beauty and intricate details, continue to captivate audiences worldwide. Paintings like The Birth of Venus and Primavera are not just masterpieces of art. They are windows into the soul of the Renaissance, reflecting the era's ideals of beauty, mythology, and humanism. Despite his fame, details about his personal life are surprisingly scarce. Much of what we know comes from scant historical records and the writings of his contemporaries. This lack of information has only added to the mystique surrounding Botticelli, making him a figure of endless fascination for art historians and enthusiasts alike. We know he was the youngest of 4 brothers, a fact that likely influenced his upbringing and early experiences. Growing up in a bustling household, Botticelli would have been exposed to a variety of influences and ideas, shaping his worldview and artistic sensibilities from a young age. Raised in a modest home in the lively Santo Spirito quarter of Florence, Botticelli's early environment was a mix of the ordinary and the extraordinary. The Santo Spirito quarter, known for its vibrant community and rich cultural life, would have provided young Botticelli with a wealth of experiences and inspirations. His father, Mariano di Vanni d'Amedeo Filippetti, was a tanner by trade. The tanning business, though humble, was a crucial part of the local economy, providing the leather needed for various goods and crafts. This connection to a practical, hands-on trade may have influenced Botticelli's meticulous attention to detail in his artwork. While his brothers joined the family business, Botticelli's path diverged early on. Unlike his siblings, who followed in their father's footsteps, Botticelli showed an early inclination towards art. This divergence was not just a matter of personal preference, it was a calling that would define his life and legacy. Sandro, nicknamed Botticelli, meaning little barrel, showed an early inclination towards art. This nickname, given to him by his older brother Giovanni, stuck with him throughout his life and became synonymous with his artistic identity. His early sketches and drawings hinted at a natural talent that would soon be honed through formal training. This artistic spark likely led him to an apprenticeship at a young age, a common practice for aspiring artists of the time. Apprenticeships were rigorous and demanding, requiring young artists to learn not only the technical skills of painting, but also the business aspects of the trade. Under the guidance of a master, Botticelli would have learned the techniques and principles that would later define his work, setting him on the path to becoming a renowned painter. Botticelli's apprenticeship was a crucial period of growth and development. It was during this time that he would have been exposed to the works of other great artists, absorbing their techniques and styles while developing his unique artistic voice. Though the specifics of his early training remain unclear, it is believed that Botticelli apprenticed under Fra Filippo Lippi, one of the most esteemed painters of the time. Lippi's influence on Botticelli's work is evident in the delicate lines and graceful figures that characterize his paintings. This early mentorship provided Botticelli with a solid foundation in the techniques of the Renaissance, setting the stage for his future success. Botticelli's artistic journey began in the heart of the Italian Renaissance, a period marked by a renewed interest in the classical ideals of beauty, proportion, and harmony. Florence, with its bustling streets and vibrant artistic community, was the perfect backdrop for Botticelli's burgeoning career. The city's rich cultural life, filled with festivals, public art, and intellectual debates, provided endless inspiration for the young artist. Surrounded by the burgeoning energy of creativity and innovation that defined the era, Botticelli thrived. The collaborative nature of the Renaissance art world, where artists often worked together on large projects and shared ideas, fostered a sense of community and mutual support. This environment allowed Botticelli to experiment with new techniques and ideas, pushing the boundaries of his art. His Florentine origins played a crucial role in shaping his artistic sensibility. The city's architectural marvels, such as the Duomo and the Palazzo Vecchio, and its rich artistic heritage provided a constant source of inspiration. The interplay of light and shadow on the city's buildings, the vibrant colors of its markets, and the diverse faces of its inhabitants all found their way into Botticelli's work. These early experiences laid the groundwork for his future success. Botticelli's ability to capture the essence of the human experience, to convey emotion and beauty through his art, can be traced back to his formative years in Florence. It was here, in the heart of the Renaissance, that Botticelli's artistic journey began, setting him on a path that would lead to enduring fame and influence. Section 2. Shaping a Master Apprenticeships and Artistic Influences. Botticelli's artistic journey began in the studios of Florence, where he honed his skills under the tutelage of established masters. Florence, during the Renaissance, was a bustling hub of artistic activity, a city where the air was thick with creativity and innovation. Young artists flocked to the city, eager to learn from the best and to make their mark in the world of art. Botticelli was no exception. He was drawn to the vibrant artistic community, where he could immerse himself in the study of painting, drawing, and sculpture. The studios of Florence were not just places of work, they were places of learning, where young apprentices could observe and participate in the creation of masterpieces. These studios were filled with the sounds of brushes on canvas, the smell of oil paint, and the sight of artists deeply engrossed in their work. It was in this environment that Botticelli began to develop his own artistic voice, learning from the masters around him and experimenting with different techniques and styles. While the exact details of his early apprenticeships remain shrouded in some historical debate, it is widely believed that his artistic journey began under the guidance of Fra Filippo Lippi, a prominent painter known for his graceful figures and delicate compositions. Lippi was a master of the human form, and his influence on Botticelli cannot be overstated. Under Lippi's tutelage, Botticelli learned to appreciate the subtleties of human anatomy and the importance of capturing the essence of his subjects. Lippi's studio was a place of rigorous training where young artists were taught to observe the world around them with a keen eye and to translate their observations into their art. Botticelli's early works reflect this training, with their careful attention to detail and their sensitive portrayal of human figures. Lippi's influence can be seen in the soft flowing lines that characterize Botticelli's work, as well as in his use of light and shadow to create depth and dimension. Lippi's influence can be seen in Botticelli's early works, particularly in his sensitive portrayal of human figures and his use of soft flowing lines. These early works are marked by a delicate beauty and a sense of grace that would come to define Botticelli's style. The figures in his paintings are imbued with a sense of life and movement, their poses natural and their expressions full of emotion. Botticelli's use of color is also noteworthy, with his palette often featuring soft, muted tones that add to the overall sense of harmony and balance in his compositions. These early works demonstrate Botticelli's growing confidence as an artist and his ability to capture the beauty of the human form in a way that is both realistic and idealized. Following his time with Lippi, Botticelli likely spent a period in the workshop of Verrocchio, another leading artist of the time. Verrocchio's workshop was one of the most important artistic centers in Florence, attracting young artists from all over Italy. Verrocchio was a master of both sculpture and painting, and his workshop was a place where young artists could learn a wide range of skills. Botticelli's time in Verrocchio's workshop would have exposed him to new techniques and artistic approaches, broadening his artistic vocabulary and helping him to develop his own unique style. Verrocchio's influence can be seen in Botticelli's later works, particularly in his use of perspective and his attention to detail. Verrocchio, a master of sculpture and painting, ran a large and diverse workshop where young artists were exposed to various artistic disciplines. This environment was a melting pot of ideas and techniques where artists could experiment and push the boundaries of their craft. Verrocchio's workshop was known for its collaborative atmosphere, with artists working together on large projects and learning from each other. This collaborative spirit would have been a valuable experience for Botticelli, teaching him the importance of working with others and the benefits of sharing knowledge and skills. Verrocchio's emphasis on technical proficiency and his innovative approach to art would have had a lasting impact on Botticelli, helping to shape his artistic vision and his approach to his work. This experience likely exposed Botticelli to new techniques and artistic approaches, further broadening his artistic vocabulary. In Verrocchio's workshop, Botticelli would have had the opportunity to work with a variety of materials and to experiment with different methods of creating art. This hands-on experience was invaluable, allowing Botticelli to develop his skills and to gain a deeper understanding of the artistic process. The knowledge and experience he gained in Verrocchio's workshop would have been instrumental in his development as an artist, providing him with the tools and techniques he needed to create his own masterpieces. Beyond these direct apprenticeships, Botticelli was profoundly influenced by the works of his contemporaries, particularly the monumental frescoes of Masaccio and the innovative approach to perspective championed by Donatello. Masaccio's frescoes were groundbreaking in their use of perspective and their realistic portrayal of human figures, and they had a profound impact on the artists of the time. Botticelli would have studied these works closely, learning from Masaccio's use of light and shadow and his ability to create a sense of depth and space in his paintings. Donatello's sculptures, with their innovative use of perspective and their dynamic compositions, also had a significant influence on Botticelli. Donatello's work demonstrated the possibilities of using perspective to create a sense of realism and to bring a new level of dynamism to art. Botticelli absorbed these lessons, incorporating them into his own work and using them to push the boundaries of his art. He absorbed these artistic currents, synthesizing them into his own unique style, a style that would come to define the Florentine Renaissance. Botticelli's work is characterized by its graceful figures, its use of perspective, and its delicate beauty. His paintings are a testament to his skill and his ability to blend the influences of his teachers and contemporaries into a cohesive and unique artistic vision. Botticelli's art captures the spirit of the Renaissance, with its emphasis on beauty, harmony, and the human form. His work continues to be celebrated for its elegance and its ability to convey the depth and complexity of human emotion. Through his apprenticeships and his study of the works of his contemporaries, Botticelli developed a style that is unmistakably his own, a style that has left an indelible mark on the history of art. Gap 3S, Section 3, the masterpieces, Birth of Venus, Primavera and Mars and Venus. Among Botticelli's most celebrated works are The Birth of Venus and Primavera, paintings that are not only visually stunning but also rich in symbolic meaning and deeply rooted in the philosophy of Neoplatonism. These masterpieces offer a glimpse into the intellectual and artistic currents of the Renaissance, blending mythology, philosophy and art into cohesive and captivating compositions. The Birth of Venus depicts the goddess Venus emerging from the sea on a shell, a scene inspired by classical mythology. The painting is imbued with a sense of divine beauty and grace, capturing the moment of Venus's birth with an ethereal quality. Venus, standing at the center, is the embodiment of ideal beauty, her flowing hair and delicate features highlighting Botticelli's skill in rendering the human form. To her left, the wind gods Zephyrus and Aura blow gently, guiding her to shore, while to her right, one of the Horai, goddesses of the seasons, waits to clothe her. This composition is a celebration of beauty and love, themes central to Neoplatonic philosophy, which sought to reconcile classical mythology with Christian thought, viewing physical beauty as a reflection of divine beauty. Primavera, another of Botticelli's iconic works, is a complex allegory of spring, filled with mythological figures and rich in symbolic meaning. At the center of the painting stands Venus, surrounded by a lush garden teeming with flowers and greenery. To her left is Mercury, the messenger god, dispelling clouds with his caduceus, symbolizing the arrival of spring. To her right, the three Graces perform a dance, representing beauty, charm, and creativity. Further to the right, the nymph Chloris is transformed into Flora, the goddess of flowers, by Zephyrus, the west wind. This transformation is a metaphor for the renewal of life and the blossoming of nature. Primavera encapsulates the harmony and balance that are central to Neoplatonic ideals, presenting a vision of the natural world as an expression of divine order and beauty. In addition to these two masterpieces, Botticelli's Mars and Venus offers another intriguing exploration of mythological themes. The painting depicts the god Mars, the personification of war, and Venus, the goddess of love, in a scene of repose. Mars lies asleep, disarmed and vulnerable, while Venus watches over him with a serene expression. The playful presence of satyrs, small mythological creatures, adds a touch of whimsy to the scene. This composition explores the contrasting forces of love and war, suggesting that love has the power to pacify and disarm even the mightiest of warriors. The painting reflects Neoplatonic ideas about the power of love to bring harmony and order to the world. Through these works, Botticelli not only showcased his artistic mastery, but also engaged with the intellectual and philosophical currents of his time. His ability to blend mythology, philosophy, and art into cohesive and captivating compositions has left an indelible mark on the history of art. Botticelli's paintings continue to be celebrated for their beauty, their complexity, and their ability to convey the depth and richness of the Renaissance worldview. Gap 3S. As we reflect on these masterpieces, we see how Botticelli's art transcends mere representation, offering a window into the spiritual and intellectual currents of the Renaissance. His works are a testament to his skill and his ability to blend the influences of his teachers and contemporaries into a cohesive and unique artistic vision. Botticelli's art captures the spirit of the Renaissance, with its emphasis on beauty, harmony, and the human form. His work continues to be celebrated for its elegance and its ability to convey the depth and complexity of human emotion. Through his masterpieces, Botticelli has left an enduring legacy, one that continues to inspire and captivate audiences around the world.